Got it. Bam, bam, bam.
Got it.
All righty. Peaceful greetings, Islam. How's everyone doing on this lovely moon day, this Monday? I am Brother Sean Leem L, one of the five Astro Magnificent Bros from the Seven Hill Star Astrology Firm here at Northwest of Maxim. How are you? And a shout out to you. And I'm here with my awesome Astro Bro, and he is.
All righty, guys. I'm really fixing this camera. Namaste, Islam. I am Brother Hassan Ghazi Obey here for Morocco at Northwest of Maxim. How are you? Man, Brother Sean, let's get it. I know, right? I was sitting here like talking for like a half an hour. We wouldn't get started, but let's do this, bro. I'm ready.
Yeah, we got a great surprise for y'all. We got the lunar eclipse coming tomorrow. Brother Sign will be starting us off. You already know 1 through 3, 7 through 9. I will be 4 through 6, and 10 through 12. And without further ado, we about to just get right into this thing. So I'm gonna get the share screen.
It's very into
Let me hit expand, right? And I yield the floor.
Alrighty, Aphrodite. It is very interesting. We spoke about it earlier. It's just happening at 16 degrees, and the lunar eclipse here, actually, very interesting. A double kind of one energy, self-driven. Luna is there in the first house. Also at 16 degrees, I know you and I discussed, Brother Sean, that is the I think that was the degree pertaining to money, circulation of money. Unfortunately, for marriage, you were saying at 16 degrees Taurus, where the sun is.
Let's for the North Node.
You said for the North Node?
Correct. 16 degrees Taurus will be painting, influential, and organization.
Okay, got you. Okay, absolutely. Then business for Scorpio.
Correct.
16 degrees, right? So when looking at this, guys, I'm actually looking at, I'm really concentrating on Mars and being in mutual reception with Mercury is really showing that what we're doing is we're allowing ourselves to be able to communicate in a way that we can really relate and giving a reflective light and showing how things can be paired, how we can be very fortunate to one another in a sense where we can allow our subconscious mind to actually move forward in our soul's progression, thus making some very effective sudden changes that really allows us to really find how we can actually value also a way that we can allow ourselves to see where we can bring things from our past and our childhood, so to speak, as well as really allow ourselves to kind of dig into the underlyings of your subconscious mind to be able to bring forth those things that you may not have been so confident about, so to speak, when paired around others. However, now that you can actually see what you can allow, not only your subconscious mind and your soul to come together and move forward, you can also, if I'm not mistaken, Brother Sean, 24 degrees, that's interesting, Aries. Let me check the Encyclopedia of Astrology.
24 Aries. Oh, man,
I'm almost there. I'm seeing
literature and travel.
Exactly. It is literature and travel, and it's at 32. So it's between that and the cusp of the third lunar mansion, exploration and discovery. So now it's, yeah, man, I'm just sitting there like, wow. And then we got it's interesting how Mercury is in Scorpio. However, Venus is ruling the 7th house. But it's also, Mercury is there ruling the 3rd as well as the 6th. So it's really going to be a very kind of like helpful spirit here when it comes to really recalling certain thoughts, memories, and you'll be able to move forward for about the next, The eclipse lasts for as many hours as it lasts. The hours equate to months as far as how the effects of the lunar eclipse will be. And checking that would actually allow you to see how long the effects of just kind of this like assistant help, this boost, in order for you to move forward in things that you've already come across will really move forward. And what is it there, Brother Sean, at 16 degrees Aquarius?
Oh, that's the midpoint between sun and moon.
That's what I thought. That is interessante, bro. Okay, I see what you were speaking about earlier. Yeah, that's very interesting. All righty. Pouring out some effective knowledge. Really pairing things with the spiritual also. All right. Nope. I yield the floor, beloved brother. What I would say for this, and again, it said, 0400, 2 minutes and 7 seconds. Alrighty, Islamabad, Pakistan. I would say for this particular area in Aquarius zone and really seeing where that midpoint is, even in the 11th house with the Saturn there, dominant and having, that favor. It's interesting how that is the midpoint, and it's also squaring that sun and then Venus. So guys, what I really think this is going to be pretty interesting. There's going to be actually a means for people to really, I guess, communicate a little further, a little more. Those of you that are content creators, I think your artwork is really going to be recognized also. So that's what I'm going to put there. And with that, I yield the floor to my beloved brother, who I'm well pleased, Sean Lee Mel, Islam. Wow. Go ahead, bro. I'm good. I'm just really looking at this configuration.
You good? I got your next one ready.
Oh, this is still on me, right? Forgive me. I got the first three. Goodness gracious, man. I'm just really like kind of floored with this. Okay. Still Aries ruling where it's taking place, as well as Libra. Interessante in the 4th house. All right, so we're being very secure actually with the communication that we're bringing. I mean, the recollection memories are really bringing forth some very heavy artistic influence, guys. Like really for this area also, looking at where Jupiter is in the 1st house. At 29 degrees, guys, as I really see the rise of, quote unquote, rise of really instituting, an effective protocol for your art, for your production, things of that nature are really coming forward also. I'm going to yield the floor on that one too, Brother Sean. Like I said, I'm not going to waste time. I'm going to move forward. I see what you were pointing out now, Brother Sean. So I'm really recalling that conversation before we got started. Mm-hmm. And now when you're saying it, it's like, yeah, I'm looking at so many charts in my mind at the same time. Just like, okay, cool. Midpoint actually rising here in this chart. And then we have a favorable Saturn there also. Even though Uranus is squaring, of course, this also with the moon during this lunar eclipse. So this could be also called an occultation to a certain degree, Brother Sean, when the moon, quote unquote, eclipses a planet in theory also, right? An occultation. I think people are going to really see, and I guess what I'm doing here is doing my best not to seem like I'm bragging. I think a lot of the astrology that we've been sharing, Brother Sean, is about to come to like a lot of people want to see like, hold on, man, this did happen. Oh, hold on, man, this really is. It's like, yeah. So I'm kind of, yeah. I'm not surprised. I'm just like, yo, hold up, bro. Like, all right. It's not too often we go live and I get stunned by a chart. I'm not really stunned. It's just a matter of like, okay, this is really good energy. This is really good energy. I really see that there's going to be some innovative thinking when it comes to astrology and art. And I know I'm going to keep it a band with you because my mind has been wrapping around music and the different designs, even in my mind, and to see these reflectionary energies and how they're happening, even in combination, even though I know we're going over different zones. Alrighty, this is Moana Gabon. I get that. Alrighty. And I'm telling you, man, this eclipse on Tuesday is going to be really like it's going to be really amazing for the next few months. Actually, probably about the next 4 or 5 months. We definitely going back and double check those hours. All right. So really with Saturn ruling this, I think we're going to be able to really move forward in instituting the things that we need. And it's going to come in the form of actually having like a well-oiled machine type of like motion. I know, but there's so many squares, so many oppositions. Like, I see pyramids. So with that being
cross.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. However, like from seeing the Grand Cross, also I'm looking at the pyramids of it, like from a bird's eye view.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I see the tops of pyramids. Like that's how I'm looking at it. If I went in my artistic mind, and which I'm not going to be embarrassed to share right now because I am having my artsy moments. Like even knowing what my transits are, what this is to my personal chart, actually. It's like, So, all right, yeah, Brother Sean, this was an excellent chart, bro. Like, yeah, this is really good, Brother Sean. Especially what you was bringing up now, I'm recollecting, because, I wasn't looking. At first, I'm like, brushing my teeth, like, So, all right, with that being said, yeah, I yield the floor, Brother Sean. That's long.
That's long. Let's see, Scorpio. All right. Move along here. Now we're in the Scorpio zone. Should we give him the sauce, Brother Son? Should we let him know what we saw earlier? Should we just keep that between the bros?
What? Hold on.
What you had me Google earlier. Should we give him that? Should we give him the sauce? Should we let him know?
I mean, go ahead, bro.
All right, let's get it. All right, so we're at the Scorpio zone. We're at Paducah, Gambia. All right. We got Luna here in the 4th, and we've got Sol reflecting in the 10th. So I hope you got your pads and pens ready as I give you this sauce. So on top of, do we have this eclipse? It's very special, but shout out to Brother Sign that we have Vargotoma occurring right here, right? Pertaining
to the Vargotoma, yes, exactly.
Vargotoma, right? Because what is Vargotoma? As when you have the planets and erratics and its own harmonic. So we have Luna and Uranus and the 5th harmonic. Fifth harmonic, 5th Navamsha, and we have Sol in the same as well. So we have Luna not only exalted in the Taurus flexing, but also in the Taurus Navamsha, and we have Mercury and Sol in the 5th Navamsha in its own. So guys, this is beautiful. This is very beautiful with this eclipse. Luna's in the
Hold on, I'm listening to you because you said the sun, right? The sun in Uranus. It looks like because we already know 0 to 320 would be Capricorn Navamsha, right? 320 to 640 would be Aquarius Navamsha, right? 640 to 10 would be Pisces Navamsha. 10 to 1320 would be Aries Navamsha, and then 1320 to 1640, right, would be the Taurus Navamsha. And so, yes, that's what you mean by the 5th out of the 5th Navamsha. So you're exactly correct, bro. Like this is a Vargotama type of eclipse here, bro. Like, and that's why I'm like, whoa, like, okay, we could actually write extended reports on this, bro. Like, it's one thing to freestyle Wednesday,
but
like
write a report. I don't think I'd be able to
write a report on this, bro. Like, hold up, bro. Like, I'm like, hold up, man. Because, like I said, it's that time of the year. I'm in my artistic zone, so I'm about to go in for us, man. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying, like, I'm having a vision. Time to move forward. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead, bro. Do your thing, bro. I'm not interrupting.
Islam. Let's see what we got. So we got North Node, Luna, and Uranus all right there in the 4th house. So there's gonna be a change pertaining to finances, what people like call quote unquote money. So I'd really just say and Luna's also at the painting degree. So whether you are artistic and you paint, or you can take it as taking your life journey and making that painting of your journey. It's time to move forward. We really been experiencing, especially in Taurus, some comfort here. So whether it's by finances or opportunity to make more finances, or really having a breakthrough on how to deal with finances, right? And it's reflecting Sun in the 10th, pardon me. And we got Mercury at the Eagle point. So, and right there conjunct the South Node. So things are really coming up. Especially if you're taking opportunity just to make subtle notes of things that's coming up. When it comes to pertaining to business, or pertaining to your status or one's authority. Really just be paying attention to what's coming up so that you can remove that. Because we know what all that Scorpio energy there. It's what's hidden. So what's hidden, occult. So what is it about yourself that that's comfortable, or something about yourself that you might not understand, and that's reflecting what you are here to do, right? So let's pay attention, because I'm gonna keep it short as well. Capricorn on the rise there, Saturn's in the 2nd. So this is coming through to your finances and you just like your daily routine. So just be on the lookout on what necessary shifts are coming up so you can make those necessary adjustments. All right, so let's keep this thing going. So we're gonna move on back to a Libra zone. All right, here we go.
Libra zone.
We're in the Libra zone. That's funny because now I remember I did that, and the ascendant was Sagittarius. Like, we in the Libra zone, and the ascendant in Sagittarius.
All
right, so we're at Melo, Uruguay. All right, we got Luna in the 5th. We have Sol in the 11th. So this is just 5th house is creativity and romance. 11th house dealing with hopes and wishes, or it's kind of like your self-worth from your from whatever career that you do. So with these reflecting Sol and Luna here, this is just growth right here. So I think that the collective, and especially here in this Uruguay area for this Libra zone, is really going to seem to start finding a balance for themselves now for these next 4 to 5 or 6 months after this eclipse. Wow, look at that. We got Vertex in the 5th. So we're definitely, someone in this area definitely is going to be coming into contact with someone, whether it's a lover, right, romantic interest, or they'll be coming across maybe a mother and child that they can give one of their like experiences from their life journey, and really be able to break that to them. And what will come from that is a new sense of self-worth, to really have this breakthrough, to just start creating, like to just start dropping, right? Mercury and Sol and Venus all there in the 11th. Well, Venus is in the 12th, so we got Sol and Mercury in the South Node. So the light is being shined upon the communication. And how do you relate? So, which it might not be clear now, with Mercury and Venus being so close. But I could say with this is that, once again, just take note and pay attention. Right? How are you relating? Are the beings that you're relating with, are they healthy or are they toxic? And this is within the friends group too. So really having these deep heart to hearts. So that and don't be afraid of the mental conversations. Yeah, have these conversations to stimulate your mental, to really get things out. And now with that, is going to come a sense of love. So now, yeah, this eclipse is really going to help humanity really start operating out of the heart chakra and really start to move up past the three lowers and really just start embracing and being love. So yeah, if you're looking, to go, have quote unquote marriage and matrimony, just hold out. Right now is not a good time. So just communicate your feelings to each other and understand each other. And yeah, for business as well. So I could really see a pickup for businesses for the Uruguay area and just all the collective. So yeah, just get creative. And with that, I'm gonna yield. And let's move on back to the Virgo zone. All right, so now we are here, November 8th. This will turn at 0600 02, right? And this will be at Chimbote, Peru. So we got Luna in the 6th house, and we have Sol in the 12th. Get that conjunct ascendant. Look at that. All right, guys. So 6th house, we're dealing with this on the 6-12 axis. So details in the bigger picture, right? Open enemies, secret enemies, however you like to look at that. Yeah, so yeah, somebody's gonna be getting a pay raise or like a new job offer, or just something like a new kind of like a new tourist site or something like that is going to be opening up for the collective to come through. South Node and all that's in the 12th, and you got Spike and Arturus there, Mary and Joseph in the 12th as well. So yeah, this is just bringing birth in private. So yeah, if you haven't been journaling, as we've been saying for multiple cycles, I know we've been saying just to journal. So definitely pay attention. If you don't journal, just go back and look through your socials, and just go back to when you first started and just really look through and just kind of see the things that you were doing. And now you're able to start seeing the growth that one has did. And there might even be kind of like an idea or something that one could come across that could spark a new sense of creativity. Right. What else? Yeah, 12 Uranus there. Yeah, this is really coming back to the hands of the people. And Luna's exalted right there in Taurus with the North Node too. So all right, so yeah. Definitely gonna have to watch the chat, because I already know how we get. So just pay attention to what's really going on, what's really coming up. Because if you're feeling like things are coming that are, so-called triggering or annoying, it's really an opportunity to see what's on the subconscious level that's coming to the conscious for your own development, so that we're really able to move forward. If you're wondering what's on the other side of that wall, you definitely have to climb or get up over that wall to see what's on the other side. So just be open to doing things that get you out of your comfort zone. And with that, I'm going to yield and throw that back to my bro as he goes in for us for the Leo zone.
All righty. And yes, looking at the chat, I see there's Mother Tiana and Brother Corey. Peace and love. Islam.
Exalted Cyclops.
Yeah, I know. He says, Namaste, Mamasa, Mamakusa. Yo, Brother Corey is hilarious. All righty. So, all right, guys. Ultimately, let's really speak very briefly. What is 13 degrees Taurus? As we were saying, 13 degrees Taurus is actually circulation of money. Unfortunate for marriage, right? Marriage to me and merger are kind of like the same words. So, in other words, it's why Brother Sean was saying, just hold off, at this moment. However, just really speaking to what's even there at 13 degrees, right? As far as the North Node is just 24 minutes past it, so it's on its way to 14 degrees. However, being so close, one would say, even being in the 7th house here, when it comes to you know, where the moon is being eclipsed by the earth, because a lunar eclipse is when the earth gets in the middle, all right, of the moon and sun when being full, so to speak, at 180 degrees. So now with that being said, the eclipses, period, lunar and solar, happen when they're close to the north nodes, or the north and south node, actually. So really seeing first and foremost, how Libra is actually on the rise. Aries is on the 7th house. Now it's just like the natural energies are all polar, right? They're reversed. We have 7 on 1 and 1 on 7, right? In other words, we have the 7th sign Libra at the 1st house cusp, and the 1st sign Aries at the 7th house cusp. So with this here is just showing that Venus technically is combust also there in a sign where it's said to do much better in Taurus. Actually, it's like, oh no, Venus is quote unquote debilitated. All right. So what will really just show me here when it comes to the values and the things that we possess, we'll be able to really find a balance in how we're going to honestly relate the things that we have already taken as higher learning. This is a really great time to really reflect on these things that we know that we have, shoulder the different, whether you have knowledge on a certain craft, you have books on it, fear not to go back and research these things, right? It's funny because Libra is on the 1st house cusp, Aries is on the 7th house cusp. And when I'm talking about research, looking at your books, a Libra Aries is usually called a library, or libraries, Libr, Aries, libraries. That's what we have here, libraries. So guys, allow yourselves near this Leo zone, lunar totally, it says lunar total eclipse, what it says here. So Omaha, in the Omaha Corporation, Nebraska State Republic, this is happening about, 0500 hours, 2 minutes and 7 seconds, anti-meridian central, all right, standard time. All right, so because you guys know Sunday is when your quote unquote clocks went back an hour. All right, so you got that quote unquote extra hour of imaginary hours. Like, nah, man, it's still 3 o'clock, just because when it was 3 o'clock, it went back to 2 o'clock. So anyway, pretty sure all you guys' phones, you was looking at your phone and then looking at your microwave, like, what is going on here? Anyway, with that being said, now that I'm a little more calmed down from the amazement of the chart, because like I said, I love the freestyle Wednesday of it, so now I had some time to kind of look like, okay, let me just calm down. And this chart is really amazing. 14 degrees Taurus is the first point of stabilization, a fortunate degree, religious nature. So earlier, Brother Sean was showing that the vertex was at 14 degrees. You guys were to go back and look at the portion that Brother Sean was speaking on about vertex and someone really, coming forward. It just kind of does have that emotional energy. And what we can actually see though here is this is libraries, because Libra, Aries, Libra on the 1st house, Aries on the 7th. So now we can really allow ourselves to move forward in a very fortunate fashion to move forward, right? In how we stand, and being confident in going opposite of our comfort zone, because our comfort zone, we really enjoy being there, is where we can actually set our launching pads for our next ideas. However, we also see on the rise is Joseph and Mary. There's Dino. Come on, baby. Come on, you coming in? Oh no, I'm not coming out there. He's trying to get me to come out there. No, I'm not coming out to rub you. You're coming here to be rubbed. Alrighty. But anyway. So we're really looking at this, like the people can really allow themselves to relate to the knowledge that can be poured out, guys. Like, don't mind doing your research. This is an excellent research energy. All right, you can really bring to heart those things that will allow you to actually move forward in what you can inherit from the different interactions that you're having. Alrighty, if we were to go down into the Scorpio vibes of it all, just to give you guys full disclosure what's going on there also. Alrighty. Yes, 12 to 16 degrees. Scorpio is business. Air pressure is at 13 degrees. Alrighty. The center pertaining to generation, the eagle point, which Brother Sean was bringing forward, is there also. 16 degrees is growth, painting. Now, it's painting 16 degrees in Taurus. However, it's also influential in organizations, if I'm not mistaken. You know, so when looking at that, yeah, 16 degrees Taurus, right, is painting and influential in organizations. So what we can really bring forth for ourselves and how we relate to others, we can really begin here in allowing our comfort zone to be how we can move forward and launch ourselves in a way that we can take everything that we've ever learned. We can actually use that as rocket fuel, be the behind the scenes production that really allows us to communicate what's on our hearts and really give value, some sincere value, you know, to those that are seeking to deputize, you know, those values into their lives. Deputize is also someone who adopts technically. So you can adopt that at least for yourself before it really can be brought back as a recollection of who you really are in your subconscious mind, when it really comes to you just moving forward in your soul's destiny, especially when it comes to the sudden changes necessary due to knowledge poured out. So that really the value that you can get from the relationship, actually, the value that you can get from the relationship will be like a smooth trip on water, because 21 degrees Taurus is water travel. And that's where the fated relationship point where vertex is, which is the prime vertical intersecting the sun's path. So, and usually depends on the latitude. However, prime vertical is usually always in the west side of the chart, so to speak, as it is. Usually between 8 and 5 a lot as far as those houses are concerned. Other than that, though, Brother Sean, I really yield the floor. Other than, you know, that Mars and being ruled by mutual Scorpio transiting Mercury, that Mars there is just really indicative of what's happening and how the relating is being done. It's going to be some things that people are going to be bringing their principles to the table and comparing. It's almost like, okay, what do you think when it comes to Prophet Noble Drelly? All right, what do you think? All right, now let's get this all on the table. Okay, oh, whoa, hold on. We actually agree. Okay, what do you think about music? All right, what do you think about music? Oh, hold on, man. We actually see that the same way. Okay, what do you think about astrology? What do you think about astrology? Hey, man, I actually see that this actually is the same thing. We just saying it like it's like Ghost Dog, right? It's like the French ice cream man saying the same thing that Ghost Dog is saying, but they don't really understand what each other are saying. But it's going to work. It always works, right? So I really see that this is very, very fortunate for publishing also, or books that were published, because again, this is the Libra Aries chart. So this is libraries to me for the Leo zone, and I yield the floor. Next. Is it the Cancer zone? Absolutely. The rope. Look at that. Pitcairn, right? What is it, really the rope? Pacific time, right? Oh, is it Therope? Okay, anyway. 0300 hours, 2 minutes, 7 seconds, right? We have Virgo on the rise, of course. Mercury is in mutual reception still with Mars, ruling over the midheaven as well as the ascendant. What I really see taking place here, however, though, guys, this is in the 2nd and 8th house. So it's a lunar eclipse, right? So lunar, it rules silver. 8th house is the values pertaining to the relationship, which is your inheritance house, right? I know 2nd house is values, possessions, you know, ways you can reflect on the beauty in your life and harmony, so to speak. 8th house is 2nd to the 7th. So that's why I'm saying the values to the relationship, or the values that descend from the relationship. What's there, of course, North Node, Luna, and Aquarius, being ruled by Mercury disposited Mars. All right. So allowing ourselves to really stand in a fashion where we can pour out the knowledge, or have the knowledge that we see reciprocally poured into us from our relationships. Our subconscious mind actually gets a real good lead on the soul's destiny and the path and where it should go, because there's an active, very, very active reflection process that's going on in a lot of the beings on the planet collectively right now. And for this particular zone, we can really allow ourselves to be driven in how we're really thinking and analyzing ourselves locally, as far as going within ourselves, and maybe even seeing how, when it comes to our immediate communities, with our siblings, our brothers and our sisters, when it comes to maybe even some type of community service that you provide, really looking at either that or looking at how you observe community service being done for you, you could really go, hey, I really see that what I thought I valued in this particular area pertaining to the occult 8th house, I can really move forward and progress in my conceptualization of it, because now I have this, knowledge, which would allow me to really go and do my own research while also having a community to actually speak about this particular topic on. Again, whatever that topic or that community could be for you, whether you're an artist, astrologer, musician, whatever the case may be. And with that, I yield the floor, Brother Sean. I think the last one that I have here is the Gemini zone.
I'm getting what's that? I'm like a bird on a flyaway.
I'm like a bird. Hilarious.
That's that song that literally popped in my head. I'm like, okay.
Really, man? Wow, this. I don't know where my heart is. And maybe I'm gonna need you to know this. All right, anyway. So with that being said, now we're here in the Gemini zone, of course. All righty. So Gemini zone, ultimately, this is a Mercury ruled zone, again, in mutual reception with Mars. Mercury now ruling the 2nd and the 11th house. However, the sun's ruling the ascendant. So the sun is allowing the energies to assist him that are coming from all in council with him, so to speak. So South Node, right? Mercury and Venus are all in council with the sun. They're all there making their deliberation, sharing things on the table about things from the past, things that are to be communicated favorably to the community, as well as the values that can really bring forth some inheritable qualities that really will allow the mind and the ideals to be published pertaining to forward consciousness, pertaining to the subconscious sudden changes that are happening as we're traveling abroad. Even if you're not really moving physically, you're allowing yourself to travel abroad via the internet. All right, which is what Mercury is assisted with ruling when it comes to the 11th house also. All right, so allow that sun to really bring on the rise some astrology, because about 25 degrees to 29 degrees, 25 to 29 degrees Leo is astrology. All right. So, and then the 7th house is between 22 degrees and 28 degrees Aquarius, which is also the astrological area. So a lot of you guys are going to start finding value in really reading the literature for astrology. You're going to be looking for some books, some new astrology books, like you're going to really allow yourselves to really start going a little more into things with your video watching. All right. And really allow yourself to get rid of the fascination and denial in a way which you can actually nurture reading more by allowing your mind to look at it in a comic book fashion. I was just kind of saying that earlier, because then that way you can enjoy astrology in a comedic fashion. All righty, with that, I yield the floor to my beloved brother, and whom I'm well pleased, for the Taurus zone, if I'm not mistaken, Brother Sean, or the brave heart out.
Alrighty, y'all. So we are at Rahway, New Zealand. All right, we got Cancer still on the rise there, being ruled by a lovely Luna in the 10th house. So yeah, for this area here in the Taurus zone, we know that is ruled by Venus, right? We've got another 10-4 reflection here. So yeah, and with Sun, Mercury, Venus, and South Node all being in the 4th, it's gonna light is being shined upon the home. So definitely like any like misconceptions or just anything that you've been through in the home the light is gonna be shined to. So if it was a healthy home, it's gonna be shown. If it was toxic, it was gonna be shown. In whatever fashion that you had grew up in. This is all being shown in the 10th is Luna and Uranus in the North Node. So these things are going to be coming up pertaining to, the home, mother, your mental foundation, whichever fashion that you would like to look at that for, so that now you can really start to get comfortable in yourself and who you are and what you're here meant to do. Because Uranus is all about being innovative and original. So now you're taking the comfort of your ideas, the security of your ideas that you know for yourself that you're here to do, and really moving away from things in the home that could be holding one back or clouding one's vision. So that now, you can just continue to step forward and really put in motion and action what you would like to see for yourself, your status, and whatever long-term goals that you might have for yourself, your loved ones, or just whatever you do for your career here. And Mercury and Mars and that mutual reception. So definitely make sure you're getting more rest if you've been feeling kind of tired or whatever. Make sure you're doing that. But also, I keep saying be open to that communication, to those conversations, because Mars is retrograde. So you're definitely reflecting on your inner drive. It's in the 12th house. So when it comes to these different institutions, whether it's outside of you or inside of you, you're really going to be reflecting on the higher vibrations of things. So, with Mercury and Mars, that's all about investigation, in the higher planes, right? Just drive and communication when it comes down to the lower here on Earth, on Earth, Midgard. You're looking to move forward, but you're probably not really quite sure how. So now with this eclipse energy is going to kind of be like a astro shower, kind of rinsing things away that are not meant for you, so that you can become clear just on who you are and what you want. So definitely making sure you're checking out the 7 hermetic principles, right? Getting to those things, and Prophet Noble Draw Lee and CM Bay, everything that you have rejected, after this eclipse, you're going to see how things really are. And you're like, man, I rejected that for that. Okay, well, let me, be clear on that. And with these fifth Navamshas going on, it's really about creativity. So you're getting creative with your partner if you're, in a relationship, or when it's matrimony, for singles, there's definitely kind of like a oneness here, because we got spirit and part of fortune will always be on that 7th house cusp. So this is definitely probably seeing like the fruits of your labor in that fashion, or just seeing the kind of the projections that you have put out there coming back to you. With that, I'm going to yield. I'm going to keep this thing going. So now let me get back to the Aries zone here. So that's all right. And now we are pulling up to Abashiri, Japan, here in this Aries zone. So now we're at the back to the 511 axis. All right. So yeah, this is creativity. The light is being shined upon your creativity and the children. So yeah, there could be some beings out there around the Japan area who, whether they be looking to expound upon having children, or really coming across something, whether it's school knowledge, or even just having conversations with other parents, other mothers. They're going to be able to start seeing their children in a new light here. So they can take what they have done, what they have learned, and not put that onto their children to try to either like hinder them or put them in a box. And so now if they know they can't do something themselves, that's why we have the internet, the support groups, the friend groups. Because now someone here could be able to either teach their little ones, right? Like sending them to a school or like a tutoring program, or just knowing someone that like teaches, right, that does like extracurricular activities for the children in this 11th house amongst the friends group, so they can start teaching them these values of themselves, so that they can be confident with themselves, so that they know their worth regardless of what anyone projects onto them, and regardless of anything that they might come across when they're just out and about. So yeah, this is a very beautiful eclipse because it's just it's really bringing things into a more clear perspective with that. So we know that when Mercury does his thing and kind of gets past the sun, and Venus as well, things have become more clear. So keep taking the notes, keeping the receipts, and just make a note of what you probably need to be done, right? And we're looking at that Luna. So yeah, what makes you heartfelt, or what has kind of like brought that heartfelt pain, right? Or that mental intellection that you might not be looking forward to. So now that you can yeah, mental intellect is the most important part. So really getting into the subconscious and conscious of your mind, and just getting to what's hidden, so that you're not fearing oneself. Fear not. What's the fear? But fear itself. So getting out of that self cycle mental processes. Yeah, yeah, signing right there in the eighth. Like I said, that midpoint. So yeah, there's going to be an explosion in your mind of the way that you think or like to do things. You could be feeling lighter, or you just truly tired of the same thing and you're ready to move forward. And this is giving you that energy and that motivation, that clarity to just keep going.
You know what I wanted to say too, bro? Like, because that means now Venus is evening star and Mercury is on its way to being evening star with Venus. Because they'll be setting after the sun soon together, both Mercury and Venus. That's all. I just wanted, like, you had really sparked me like to look at that. I'm like, hold on, man. Like, yeah, they're both about to be evening star once Mercury goes, if I'm not mistaken, once it goes Cassini. I don't think it's moving backwards. All right. They're never moving backwards, actually. I was being facetious. It's under 16, Mercury's at 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so soon it'll be Cassini, if I'm not mistaken.
Indeed.
Right? And then eventually it'll be on its way to Venus. Being conjunct with Venus. So they'll both be evening star at one point in time, but they may still be too close to the sun to be seen when setting happens. But it's just, yeah, it's a really good chart selection, bro. Even though I know we was going to look up the lunar eclipse just to see, like I said, what we were discussing prior to going live, like, yeah, bro, like I see exactly what you were pointing out And it's like the more I'm analyzing it as we're doing it on the fly, it's like, okay, yeah, it's amazing. All right, I yield, bro. Do your thing, because I know you still have like the Pisces on to do, right?
Islam. Yeah, we got the last one. So we're at Ha Duong, Vietnam. Occurring for you guys at 1800 hours, 2 minutes, 7 seconds, or 6:02 post meridian for y'all. So we've got Soul in the 6. I'm gonna get my brother Jack delineation on for him, while he's not here for that 6th house service, right? Luna in the 12th. That's like in this Vietnam, and getting like a lot of things that has been are gonna come down so that new can take its course. So when it comes to like the institutions or various different types of things, it's like a changing of the guards, right? It's like, oh, well, this has went on for this long, and it's like, has it really served, right? Has it really served the people? Or has it been detrimental for the people, but in fashion and sense, it may look good, but is it really good for the people? Sun and Scorpio service, yeah. So yeah, kind of just making adjustments if one is, like I said, a business owner or even some kind of like fashion or service. So like investigations or even like beauty or even painting, like wow, all that 6th house is jam packed. Yeah, so yeah, definitely be open to, or just be actually more open at the Job in whatever fashions you do. Like, you will be having these conversations, people will be wanting to tell you about themselves. You like, why are they even telling me this? I ain't even ask them anything, but just allow it. Just allow beings to talk or introduce themselves, or you might even want to go introduce yourself and just allow the relating to go. With this energy, like I said, Mercury is about to have another Kazemi. We got this eclipse energy, so we're really letting go so that we can take the launching pad in whatever fashion of our lives that we're looking to do here. And Taurus is on the rise, 29 degrees, so that's a very critical degree, right? And rolling from the 6. So yeah, definitely going to be relating to values and just what one sees, that kind of their perspective. And there's going to be these conversations that are just occurring, and that is very much long overdue. Mars in the 1st, so definitely don't where's Brother Tosh, don't let anyone put your spirit on you.
Yeah. Seriously, don't ever let anyone put their spirit on you. You guys gotta go by your own motivations, right? Seriously. I'm editing on the fly here, bro, so that the thumbnail will be up. Also, got everything else in there too. Man. Hey, yo, Brother Sean, do your thing. Are you there, bro? Did Brother Sean freeze? Absolutely. All righty then. Well, I guess we'll wait for Brother Sean to come back. That works. All right, let me see. Grand Rising, RX Fields, Grand Rising, Reginald. So let's see what else. Okay, and Kiana says interesting. Pretty sure that was on a few testimonies back. However, there's Brother Sean.
I'm bad, bro. Yeah, like I don't know, everything flickered off.
It's all good, man. It's no worries. We too cool to be embarrassed. Like, seriously. It's
out of my control. I'm just sitting here going in, and I'm like, the light flicker, and I hear everything cut off. I'm like, uh-oh. It's happening.
It's happening. Nah, man, it's really all good, bro. Like I said, to really get started how we got started, I was sitting there like looking at the chart like, whoa. So, I mean, it is what it is. However, overall, we get to really see with every Intuition Monday, it was Brother Sean and I was discussing, and he was like, yo, why don't I just, go globally every Monday? We just talk about one particular transit and how it affects the 12 different slices, when it comes to the planet, so to speak, right? And it's like, all right, cool. It's not a problem. Let's analyze those things so you guys get to see like what happens when in particular, this lunar eclipse is happening in the first house, right? In the second house, the third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, 10th, 11th, 12th. And then each time we move a chart, every time Brother Sean goes to click on another chart, it's a particular slice, because every part of the earth, when you slice it up in 12 slices, like let's say if the earth was like an orange and it had 12 slices, when you separate them apart, you got an Aries slice, a Taurus slice, a Gemini slice, a Cancer slice, alrighty, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio slices, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces slices. So that's what, when we're saying we're looking at the Aries zone, we're looking at the Libra zone, we're looking at, the Cancer zone, the Capricorn zone, we're actually looking at as if we were looking at the globe, right? And pulled this slice out and analyzed the astrology for that slice. Alrighty, that's what your Intuition Mondays are every Monday. So shout out to Brother Braveheart L for that one, right? So we can actually allow ourselves, to just have one perspective there. We already know as far as the astrology that we're sharing pertaining to our community service. Also on Wednesdays, you guys, normally how we all got started. However, it's the bros. We do it. I, Brother Corey, and Brother Terrell tomorrow day. And now you guys will see Brother Terrell and Brother Sean on Wednesdays, because we all can see where we have our strengths at within the astrology. And Brother Corey is not strong, in the delineations and things of that nature. However, you guys have got to get your hands on the CMOS. Like Brother Corey is like the number one CMOS guy in the world. Like,
number one CMOS guy.
Like, he's the number one CMOS guy, guys. And it's like, you guys, okay, look, go to Instagram. All one word, One Heart Supplements. All right. So you go to One Heart Supplements, right? And just simply DM her. Hey, I would like, CMOS. What is it? Now, if you mention the promo code 7 Hill Star, all righty, now it's a bit of a treat, because some people out there, I think they're pushing it for like anywhere between 33 and 40 notes for the CMOS. You mentioned 7 Hill Star, though, it may just get it at a much better rate than 33. Maybe it'll be 30, So it's like, oh, hold on. Like, yeah, that's what it is. However, what we're actually saying, though, if you mention any, one of us to Brother Corey, if you mention, 7 Hill Star, 720 Astral Healing, Jaguar Soul, Aramuapa Bay, they'll know, like, oh, okay, well, this is, a referral from the brother, so let me, that's why. And then, things will, happen accordingly. So you guys will get the best CMOS ever. Like Brother Corey, the CMOS that Brother Corey puts together, I know it's like that fresh, raw Irish CMOS that he has to turn into gel himself. You know what I'm saying? So, and from what I hear, like we're hearing like reviews about the CMOS from like many different places or whatever. And it's like, all right. So if I thought that's what it was, I was like putting in my pancake mixes. So I would take the CMOS and, the CMOS gel that Brother Corey has, put a little bit in there with a little bit of allspice, had my little like spelt flour, I'm about to make my little pancake or whatever, some tef, some amaranth. And I'm going to go mix that up, of course, with spring water too. So it's not just straight, CMOS, but of course with, the spring water also. And it's like, once I'm ready to go make my little, pancakes or whatever, little spelt flour fritters or whatever. When I eat it, it didn't make me feel drag. You know what I mean? I was like, hold on, man. The sea moss is not just good in smoothies. It's like, it's really good when you cook with it also. Like, so I was like, so yeah, Brother Corey is your number one sea moss, guys. You know, so really literally go to Instagram, One Heart Supplements. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. I guarantee it. I mean, it's some really awesome energy boosting. It's 92 essential nutrients, right? 92 essential nutrients. You add the bladder whack to it, right? The bladder whack, right? You add that to it, you'll get the 102 essential nutrients that your body needs. So it already comes packed with the 92. You add bladder whack to it, you'll get the 102. And it's really the number one sea moss on the planet that I know of. I've tried different sea mosses. So you get it from 7 Hill Star, 9 times out of 10. As far as any of the brothers that are within the 7 Hill Star Astrology Firm, you're going to get a really great sea moss. Also, GJAC has the sea moss too. Senior Jackson Bay, that's near the Baltimore Corporation. All right. You're near the Baltimore Corporation, Maryland State Republic. So with that being said, wow, man. Felt like I didn't say enough when it comes to that sea moss, to be very honest with you. I really don't think I said enough. Because I mean, it is amazing. Like seriously, it really is. I feel really like rejuvenated, refreshed, you know. It really makes me feel like I need something to do. Like, okay, man, I really like this. And it's not crashy like a Red Bull at all. It's very, very smooth, very balanced. So yeah, guys, One Heart Supplements. Check out the sea moss. All righty. Get your mental magician reports by Brother Sean Alim L. Your mental magician reports will really set you on the path on really analyzing your thought processes, how you guys can really see how you can go about moving in business, as well as a little bit about your neighborhood and the short-term travels that you will probably enjoy, among other things. Go to 7hillstar.com, sign up for our email list, and what you can do is go to the page to see the samples that says our 7-day tropic medical astro weather report. And you guys can go and get your mental magician reports from Brother Sean Alim L. For myself, guys, you know, my first and foremost that I enjoy you guys getting is your mirror AstroLiteracy session. Get your mirror AstroLiteracy session scheduled with Brother Hassan Gazio Bay. I look forward to us going into your one-on-one AstroLiteracy session via doing your own self-reflection so that you can be able to see that this is your ancient foremothers and forefathers' culture so that your days may be long upon the earth land. You go and learn yourself, study yourself, man, know thyself. In other words, mind, know yourself. In the process which Mother chose to call upon all balanced law pertaining to the zodiac, right? Father, God, Allah. Father, process which Mother chose, God, to call upon Allah, all balanced law pertaining to the zodiac. That's how it is for my studies. You don't see it that way? You're entitled to your perspective peaceably. So with that being said, any other questions, comments, and or suggestions? You guys got anything in the chat you want to ask? Any questions, comments, and or suggestions? I know it's about maybe a 45-second delay from what we say here directly, Brother Sean, and then how it broadcasts on out. However, if you guys have any questions, comments, and or suggestions, just let us know. Mother Kiana said, welcome back when you went out and came.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
No, right?
That was so random. Like, I was saying math, like, Brother Jack, yo, you be dropping. Because I was sitting here just going in, and then I seen, because there's a lamp right here, and like I seen it flicker and go out. I said, okay. And then I heard like the little noise. I said, damn. And I seen you was frozen. I said, no.
No,
Brother, it's be happening at the job or just wherever. When I go somewhere, like the lights just start flickering. I'm like, yeah, that energy, baby.
Yeah, I know, right? That's why it's like I was speaking with my beloved mother, Mistress Consort. I said, you know what? I really see how we can go within our thoughts and see how to appropriately utilize our energies that are flowing. Like that, maybe someone would think like, oh man, people would see you as emotional or a hothead. And they're like, no. Sometimes people know how to embody and reenact, you know, the emotion felt at that time to really express how to convey it. However, what I realized is that that's like a superpower of ours, that emotion is not to be expressed in that way. That's why I enjoy, like, you already know, as soon as things get a certain way, I just get quiet and start asking questions. Like, right. So just kind of just sharing that, because I, just had a moment. I was just sharing with my baby. I'm just like, okay, I see it like this whole time. This is what I've been doing scientifically, but now I can actually go in, analyze, and really jot notes. Okay, hold that. I had this thought. This thought is a part of this cloud of an emotion. Let me write it down and analyze what it is. Oh, okay. It's not something that when you allow people to say it's something, oh, it's excited. Oh, it's depressed. You see what I'm saying? Or, oh, it's super calm. It's like, hold on. No, this is an energy that you can actually analyze in a way that you can use it as a fuel to get you to a particular goal without being deceptive where it's harming someone. What you can do is deceive your own lower self and have it serve your higher self by really going, when you're going into that analysis and you go, oh, okay, cool. I like a healing kind of thing. I think in my head, it's like the way I heal from anything that happened in the past. I'm not traumatized by that past. I can now use what I could have looked at as, oh, that's trauma. And now I can sit here and be stuck on that trauma and just like seem like, oh, I'm just going into thinking this way. No, actually, what it actually is like, oh, I can use that energy as a stepping stool so that I can be able to see from a different perspective of how to treat other people in the future. Like instead of the trauma of dealing with some mistreatment in one situation, like just looking, that's just as an example. I'm saying that example now. I didn't use that example yesterday when speaking. I just really just brought up the whole like, well, you can really observe your energies when you can really take yourself away from feeling them and analyzing them in a listed fashion and then kind of giving definition to it. Like, hold up. I'm not this. However, this can be used if I place it this way. Mm-hmm. So to help the community. You know what I'm saying? So it's just transmutation to simplify everything I just kind of said. So, however, I yield the floor to my beloved brother in whom I'm well pleased. Mother Kiana says nothing for me. She has no comments, questions, and or suggestions. So that's what she says there. Brother Sean, let me actually come back to Zoom because I was editing. I think I posted the picture. Okay, yeah, so we're good. Everything's good. All right. So with that being said, brother, I yield the floor to my beloved brother in whom I am well pleased. Oh, you know what? I actually have to, do the whole give you a host thing. All right. What is happening? That is interesting. Maybe it's over here. Hold on 2 seconds. Let me see. Okay. I didn't know I had this one being the host over here. All right, I thought the iPad was the host. All right.
I am the host.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm like, hold on, what happened? Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Gratitude to you, bro. As we continue to do this thing, gratitude for everyone who showed up today, commented, interacted. brother Corey, and my mother as well. Yeah, and shout out to everybody that will see this in the future. Oh my goodness, I'm dropping everything. That will see this in the future. Thank you for just joining us on Mondays, on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays when you have time or when you're able to just catch up. We are grateful for you all, those that show us love in the private and in the public.
Hey, yo, you are hilarious.
And yeah, that was great, bro. We floated through that thing, yo.
Yeah, man. I mean, so that's why I kind of like talked a bit. What'd you say?
As they say in the hood, yeah, he floating that joint.
Yeah, I know, right? Straight up. Just kind of like walking it like a wheelie, on a bicycle, walking that joint.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I just ride no hands. He'd be like that. He'd be like, yeah, see that no hands.
Yo, you're hilarious, bro.
Yeah. Man. So once again, 7 Hill Star, we are out. Thank you for Intuition Monday. Hit brother assign for the jurisprudence gym link for tomorrow, and we'll be back Wednesday for our 7-day tropical medical astro weather report. So make sure you are joining us, and enjoy the rest of your moon day, your Monday, and be prepared for the exact for tomorrow's eclipse. And yeah, let's just be excited for change, for good things, right? And with that, I'm gonna yield. So peace and love, namaste to you all. Bro, I know you about to go in on what you do. I'm going what I do, and yeah, that's that. So peace and love, y'all. Damn, that just sounded so country. That sounded so country. I just caught myself like, damn.
Yo, it's all good, man. It's you, man. It's who you
man,
are.
You already know. Shout out to y'all.